Hello there and welcome to the Club Method. This is the place. This is the space for you to rediscover who it is you are on this pursuit to live a life that makes you proud. Hi, my name is Natasha, and I am so lucky that I finally chose to say yes to me, to pursue things that I would enjoy doing, and sit here and get the honor of being here with you today. Hi there. Today's subject is coming to me quick. It is all about, does it feel like in life that you are not the main character? Like you're just a supporting role. Heck, you're even an extra. Like you don't even get a credit. You're just like extra one. You don't even have like a name in this thing. Like you're so busy supporting everyone else, doing everything to make sure everybody else's life is okay, all in the same time, simultaneously. You know what we're doing? We are saying no to us. We are not allowing ourselves to do what we want to do. We're not buying the outfit. We're not getting the shoes. We aren't going on the retreat. We aren't going out to the dinner. We aren't making the time with our friends because we're so busy supporting everybody else that when it comes to us, we're absolutely drained and exhausted. And I know that feeling all too well. And it is still something, although it is a right-handed default setting for me, it is a left-handed thing to start saying no and creating boundaries and prioritizing myself. But it is really easy for me to slip back into the right-handed setting and prioritize everyone else. This, my friends, here is your life. And I know, like when we get caught up in the day-to-day of it, we often forget it. Like we just are in this autopilot kind of way of living and thinking and doing. And then we have something that jars us, right? Like for me, it was a surgery in which I almost didn't make it. And then, a few weeks later, Chris's nephew passes away. He didn't make it. And I have one piece of solace in this. I know he wasn't in pain. I know that from my experience, if his was anything like mine. But on the same turn, there might have been a lot of stress. Like he was leaving behind a family. He was leaving behind kids. He was a single father. And so I'm telling you, you just never know. You never know. And we take it for granted. And we take those around us for granted. And the reason we take those for granted is because we're taking ourselves for granted. And so my whole mission today is to remind you that you are the main character of your life. You need to start saying no to other people and start saying yes to you, creating boundaries, reframing your ideas. Like you're sitting here and saying, I'm too old, I'm too young, I'm too this, I'm unexperienced. Throw all that crap in the wind. I'm telling you, like I keep telling my kids, and I know, I'm really good at telling things, but I'm not always the best at like following my own advice. I know it's not lost on me, but like I tell them, this is the time of your life, which it's always the time, but really you have the benefit of being able to take the risks. Do the crazy stuff. You have parents who are supporting you, that you have a safe place to land. Do that crazy thing. If that crazy things means you're moving to another country or you're starting the business or whatever it is, don't play it safe right now. You have that whole time when you get married and have kids and all the responsibilities, and you're going to feel that pressure to play it safe. But guess what? If you take the risks now, when those times come, it's not even an option. You're like, I'm not going back to that way. Why would I? I'm living my life not only the way in which I want to. I'm investing this 9 hours a day into me, into my business, into my things. Of course, that is always going to have the greatest return on investment. And that doesn't always mean a particular, financial status. Sorry, I'm getting like text blown up at me right now, and it's I usually mute it, and so I can't help but like read it for a second, which distracts my mind. So when I say success or when I say return on investment, it's not always in a monetary sense. And I know for a long time in my life, I always equated, is that was the way I was raised. anything, if you were successful, that meant you had a big bankroll. That meant you were driving a Mercedes Benz. That meant you had a huge house with a housekeeper and a butler and a pool. And that was the definition of success. And now, as I've grown up and I've gained the wisdom that I have learned, it's not those material items that define success. Success is being able to accomplish and do the things in which bring you joy, right? Like if I'm a painter, right? I'm not a painter, but let's say I am a painter. I can successfully complete this painting, and it is independent of what someone else is going to perceive its value as. To me, it could be a priceless piece. To somebody else, it could be worth a penny, and somebody else, it could be worth $1 billion, right? Like, success is defined by us. We do not need to believe in all the commercialism that a Hermes bag means that we are successful, that we've done it. No, I mean, it can. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think we start putting all this pressure on ourselves that as soon as we start hitting any threshold of success, we get a promotion, we have our own business, we kind of feed into that frenzy that now we need to get the house, now we need to get the car, and we are just burying ourselves in this rat race instead of really saying, do I want that car? Do I want these things? Do I want that bag? Ask yourself the questions. What is it that will make you proud? What is it? You are on your deathbed. You have the privilege of knowing that this is my last day, whatever it is, and I'm here and I'm still coherent and I'm still as vibrant as I am today. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking back on, reflecting on these are the days of our lives. And I'm thinking back on these things and I'm wondering, is this a life I really loved? Is this a life that I have regrets? Like, am I sitting back thinking, man, what would have happened if I would have just told that guy I liked him? What would have just happened if I would have started that business? What would have happened if I, called that family member and said, I'm sorry, I love you and I miss you? Right? Those kind of things are the ones that are going to haunt you when you're in your deathbed. Now, just because you do it, I've called my siblings and said, I'm sorry, I love you. And it doesn't mean they're going to respond in the way in which I did it. But when I get to that deathbed, when I get to that place where I'm reflecting on the days of my lives, I know I did everything in my personal control to rectify the solution, to speak up for what I wanted. I wanted a relationship with you guys. That is what I wanted. It isn't what you wanted, but I spoke my truth. When it came to Chris, I suddenly had these feelings and I wasn't understanding, and it was confusing and it was conflicting, and there was the holidays and there was kids and there was all these things. And I spoke my truth, and we are where we are now today. Like, you have the possibility of two outcomes, or you are where you are today. I mean, my son's girlfriend, their family, their parents have separated, got back together and separated again. It doesn't mean anything is set in stone. Like, it's going to take work. It's not like, oh, okay, well, I missed you and now we can just go back to the way it was. It's like, no, we're having those hard conversations. We're having those things, but we're also having fun, right? Like, for me, going on a date, going on a walk, doing these things are important. Cooking dinner together, that's important to me. Hugs are important for him. Physical touch is important to him. And so we have to work on making those things happen. So saying no to other people, creating these boundaries, creates this space for you to say yes to you. It creates a space to live a life that you aren't wasting that you time in the car, irritated that why did I say yes to doing this when I knew I couldn't? Today, my son had a tournament in Davis, and Davis is the location that my other son was injured. I don't think I've been back there yet. And, it's just a very difficult, like, I get PTSD. I think I did actually go back once last year or something like that, but it's still difficult. And it's like an hour and 40-minute drive almost, because there's traffic each way. And then you're at the game an hour ahead of time. The games are nearly 2 hours. There's only porta potties, and there's uneven rocky roads and uneven grass. And like, that mom in me that wants to always be there to support her kids. I'm there for you. Please, do you see I'm there for you? I love you. I want to see and enjoy and celebrate your triumphs and support you in the trials, all those things. And I almost went, and I was like, why am I going to put myself, I am still healing. If I go put myself in a car ride like that, bumpy, for that long, I run the risk of setting myself back. I'm working really hard on keeping the path on which I'm going, and I know it's already slow enough. So to sit here and do anything that's going to jeopardize my progress is a challenge. So I had to say yes to me, and I had to say no to him. And he's like, Mom, don't even worry. Like, I understand you're not well. Like, you're still sleeping in a reclining chair. You're not even, at the bed thing. However, I want to talk to you a little bit about that, because you know what? Today is like what other better day for today to be the day. So today I tried laying on a bed. Today was day one for that. And I laid on my back, and my head was like throbbing, and I was like having trouble breathing. I was like, oh my gosh, I had my feet propped up, my legs propped up. Had to call for my son and be like, I need help, I'm stuck. But I got back up, and then I sat there and I said, okay, let's strategize. Let's do this again. Okay, I'm going to go back down. I'm going to do this. I'm going to try to go for a few minutes on this side, a few minutes on this side. I'm thinking to try to help mix things up in my circulatory system. I mean, I've been just mostly sitting or in a, reclined, zero gravity kind of chair thing with all these pillows, and or walking or standing. And so I feel like that's really causing a lot of stuff to kind of pool there. So I figured, well, if I spent a little time on one side and I spent a little time on another side, we're kind of gonna, get things sloshing one way or another instead of just always being in this static thing. I don't know. This was my thought process today, and I was like, heck, let's try it. And so, yeah, I spent a good hour. My exercise today was laying on the bed and rolling from one side to the other, or back to the back for a little while and then to the other. So it's about making progress. It's not comparing. Shoot, I did that stuff without even thinking a few weeks ago, right? And now here I am a month and almost a week later, and I'm like, oh, this has to be a thought out intentional exercise, is to lay in a bed, and I still can't even lay flat, but I'm working really hard on improving. And so what that means is, it doesn't mean I don't love my son. It doesn't mean I don't support him in all the ways I can. It just means it's not the best thing for me to do. And so I'm asking you today, what can you do to ensure that you are the main character of your show? Because quite honestly, we get all caught up. And at the end of the day, really, people, sorry to say this to myself, to you, to everybody else, they're not going to remember. They're not going to remember. Eventually, we're going to pass away, and eventually, all the people that knew us are going to pass away. And they're not going to be like, this is the thing. Like, the last thing they remember. Did you remember that hideous shirt she wore that she loved and had, this thing? Wear the damn shirt. Wear the leggings. Wear the shorty shorts if you want. Whatever it is. Wear it. Do it. And I know in the moment, sometimes we're so stuck in our head that people are going to see and notice and they're going to care. I've told my kids this all the time. I'm like, quite honestly, no one's looking at what you're wearing. Unless it's like stand out amazing or stand out bad. Like, nobody's watching. What did you wear to school 2 days ago? I don't know. What did you wear yesterday? I don't know. They don't know. If you don't know, they don't know. They're so busy up in their own stuff that, yeah, if you wore the same outfit every single day, people are going to start to notice. But truly, most people don't even notice the stuff that we create all these worries and create all this resistance to live the way we want to live. I have gotten to the thing where I was like, you know what? I'm going to adopt the Steve Jobs method. And now I do different colors. But it's the same damn tank top. It's the Lululemon Align tank. Some are waist length, some are hip length, which, by the way, they canceled the hip length ones. And I'm so glad I had as many as I have, because that's what I'm wearing right now to save my butt. Like, literally, I pull it all the way down, past my hip, and it covers my incisions. So I still got my tank on. I only have a limited set of colors of these. So if you keep seeing me in the same color, that is why, which I don't care. Some days I'm wearing the same color in a row. I know I'm not wearing the same one, or I washed them if I'm wearing the same one in a row. it doesn't really matter. Are you not going to watch me because today I wore this color and 2 days from now I'm going to wear this color? If not, then goodbye. That's fine. You know, like, no shame, no hate. It's what makes me feel comfortable. Like, me not sitting here and having to waste an hour doing my hair and my makeup. I don't have the time nor energy to do that. It's not realistic for me in my life. And there are people out there who do beautiful jobs at that, and that is their life. My life is busy. My life is chaotic. My life is trying to find peace within the chaos. My life is all about discovering the things that I love. And I do love getting dressed up. I wear the same damn makeup style I've worn since freaking the early of the dawns, whatever, the beginning of time. This is all I learned and knew, and so I just stick with it. The same eyeshadow colors, same whatever it is. And that's it. And I'm sure a makeup artist could do a much better job than I can, but I don't want to invest this time, energy, or concern on that. I just show up as me. And I feel like you connect to that. I feel like and oftentimes that you show up as you, or if you aren't showing up as you, it's something you want to be able to do in your life. I know that there are certain times in my life, don't get me wrong, where I couldn't leave the house without makeup. I had to have my makeup on. There were certain times in my life I couldn't leave the house without full black on. There are certain times in my life, you know, I always had my hair done. I'm not there anymore. Having kids, you know, taught me, like, I'm at the park and I'm playing. I'm not putting on the cute shoes. I'm not putting on all that stuff. Why? I want to run around. I want to climb to the top of the playground with you. I want to push you on the swings and not worry about scuffing up my shoes. Or I want to throw my bag over here and not worry about somebody stealing it. Like, I don't care, you know, like, about these kind of things. So I say all this to say, remember today, this is your story. This is your movie. You are the main character. Start acting like it. Demand the things out of yourself and others that a main character would. Nobody puts baby in the corner. You are here for a purpose. And your purpose isn't to just serve and support others. If you do that in addition to, that's totally fine. But what isn't okay is draining yourself, exhausting yourself, depriving yourself of the life you deserve so that others benefit from it. And I'm not saying they don't love you and they don't appreciate all your work, even if they don't always say it. I know that's to be true. And I know there is a reward for helping other people. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I tell you all the time on here, give somebody else a smile because it helps them to glow up, right? Like, but the important thing here I really need to nail into you and to myself is to say yes to you. Choose you. Choose you. Stop waiting around for somebody else to choose you, pick you, do this, do that, take you here, do this. Take the damn trip. Go to the damn restaurant. Go see the movie. Even if you're doing things by yourself, and you will find within time, you will find your tribe. You will find your people that love dance fitness. You will find your people that love movie nights. You will find your people that love restaurants too. And you can say yes to you and say yes to them at the same time. So I say all this to say thank you so much for tuning in today. Remember to choose you. You deserve to be the main character of your story. And I would love, love, love if you could please do me one big favor. Well, I'm going to ask for two. I know, plot twist here. Oh my goodness, I'm a spoiler alert. Please, please, please go out there today. Give yourself a big smile. Give yourself a compliment today. My compliment is this. I am going to say, I felt like every person I saw today, I gave a smile. Like, I don't know. I just felt like a smiling. Every time somebody walked down the stairs or into the room, it just felt so good. I felt really happy to see the people, even at the farmer's market, chatting with the people, the vendors. I had a really nice time engaging with my fellow humans here who are the centers and the main characters of their stories. And then I would love, love, love if you could please, please, please go out there and give somebody else a big smile and give them a compliment and just watch how you glow up together. So thank you so much. Bye.